Being homeschooled my whole life, I always had a love for baking and cooking and creating things that involves the kitchen. Thanks to my grandma, who taught me everything that I needed to know. Thanks to the knowledge I have, I've been baking and cooking my whole life. And of course made mess-ups here and there, following instructions. But distractions are a real thing too. And with those distractions, I forget that heavy whipping cream turns into butter. But with my fast, logical thinking, I called my local bakery and they sold me a pint of frosting for the cake. And thankfully, I did have the colors for the frosting. Now, making a cake is no joke. There's a lot of time that you have to put in to make that cake work. And by work, I mean looking presentable. Definitely a lot of elbow grease goes into making a cake. And by elbow grease, I also called ahead and they made me a cake. Because I forgot it was my friend's birthday, who told me a week in advance that she was going to have a party and asked me to make a cake, but I forgot, so I had to improvise. What she doesn't know doesn't hurt her, right? Now, if you have a friend in your life that you've known since you were 13 years old, keep close to those friends because keeping friends in your adult age is hard. With that being said, if you hit it off, you guys have the same likes in music, the same interest in men, and the same upbringing, i.e. being homeschooled and being raised in a church, keep close to those friends. What really made my friendship strong with my friend Nana is that we went on a mission trip back in 2003, I believe. We went to Hungary, we met at a church, and we've hit it off. We had the same interest in men, the same liking in music, the same clothing, the same everything you can think of. Of course, when you're younger, it's easy to make friends because you have the same similar interests. But as an adult, we tend to filter out the people we don't agree with, either political or social or interests. And by the time we get to the few people left, there's just a small pool of potential friends. Remember when you were a little kid? What were the qualifications? It could be, what's your favorite type of lizard? Or it could be the person that just moved into the house next to you. Hey, I see that kid playing outside with his bike, now that's my friend. It was simple as that. Now when you're in your 30s, it's very hard to make a new friend. Whatever the group that you're in, that's who you're going out with. As an adult, you're not interviewing, you're not looking for new people, you're not interested in seeing any applications. They don't know the places, they don't know the food, they don't know the activities. So it's always best to stick to people that you know the best and like the same food. But there's some friends that I have that like to try new things, and I'm someone who likes to try new things. I always do a voiceover in my head whenever I meet someone and I'm doing the dialogue in their mind, and they're thinking, wow, you're a really nice person, you seem nice, you have a lot of potential, but we're not hiring right now. Meaning they have no interest in being your friend. Rejection sucks, but the way I see it, there's more opportunity to make new friends. I think people have a fear of wanting to seek new friendships as a sign of weakness, and you have to be subtle about it, almost to the point of not letting someone else know that you want to be friends. I call it the paradox of friends, which basically means the friendlier someone is, the less we want to be their friend. And I don't know why as adults we have the ideas that we don't want to be their friend because they're super friendly. Maybe that's just them and their nature. Make the initiative. Even if you don't want to, it doesn't hurt. Being an adult really means that you've gotten really good at maintaining your comfort zone. For most, it means working in a place that you may not love but is sufficient. Coming home to TV and food, maybe a book or a beer, and then bed. You want to maintain this lifestyle when you retire, so you stay in, saving money, and don't put yourself out there. A comfortable life is the enemy of risk-taking. If you don't think outside the box or take any risks, you may be missing out on an opportunity that can impact your life greatly. Friendships aren't easy. You can either win some or you can lose some. As a kid, you can extend trust to a stranger and not lose much. As an adult, we're less likely to get in the van because of the candy. We have to know what type of candy that person has. Also, if that van has air conditioning. But hey, if you have those friends who are still in your life, now they're married and have kids and it's difficult to meet up with them, still be their friend. Even if they call you 3 months later after they said they're going to call you back. Now, my friend Nana, I love her to death. She's one of the real ones to call you back after she said she will. Value the friends who do have families. And also value the friends who don't have families just yet. Celebrate the little things like birthdays. And invite another friend who's part of your friend group to be more friends with your other friend group. Doesn't hurt. Take a risk.